Do you think there's any way we can dig ourselves out of this pit that we've been dug into by the liberal policies? That's a very broad spectrum question, Stockwell. That's finance, that's cultural Marxism, that's the whole enchilada. Can we even get out of this at this point in time?
Well, on the financial side, that's a fair question because some people say, we'll never dig ourselves out. So let's just be like John Maynard Keynes and let's just say it's all going to collapse. And let's just fund it in a way that we can enjoy it before it collapses. No, there is a way to get out. And we did it in Alberta under Premier Ralph Klein. He made an outrageous projection to get us elected the first time. He said, within 4 years, we're going to reduce government spending, the size of government, by 20%, which then was regarded as impossible. And even nowadays on a municipal election, you're happy when a mayor and councillor says, you know what, we're only going to increase your taxes 8 or 9%. We all go, oh, phew, it's only 8 or 9% increase. That's irresponsible thinking. It can be done, but it takes discipline. And you actually have to legislate it. And so we brought into legislation, which then got modeled a few years later in a number of provinces like Ontario and others, that required a certain amount. If you did have a surplus, a certain amount has to go to paying down the debt. And you've got to bring in legislation that says within a certain time, you will bring your deficit to zero. It can be done. The other way how do you get in more revenues? By people working harder, by people being allowed to enjoy the results of their hard labor. How do you do that? Actually, it sounds counterintuitive. You do it by reducing taxes. So when reducing taxes, the liberals say, no, you got to raise taxes. No, raising taxes kills off incentive. People will work less hard. They'll be less willing to innovate. They'll be less willing to be entrepreneurial. They'll be less willing to invest. And we prove that in Alberta. You reduce taxes, you will cause people to be more productive, and you will bring in people from other provinces and around the world who love that kind of atmosphere. And you will actually then have more money for the programs that people need the most.